Testing, testing, testing. Okay, I'm not going to really test this time. I can see it. Okay. This is Joseph Andrew Jensen Sr. And I'm getting really mad because I'm making this video over and over and over and over. It doesn't want to come out. Go on. Because it's giving you 28 days, giving the world 28 days to buy GODScoin at $1 a piece. You look for it on Spotify. It'll be $1 a piece. From now to September the 21st, you better buy your GODScoin at $1 a piece. Elon Musk, you got $410 billion. You want 410 billion GODScoin, you better buy them by September the 21st, 2005. We're talking about less than 30 days from now. It's more like 28 or 27. Okay? The whole world's got that much time to buy GODScoin. Don't fear if you don't get GODScoin at the time. You better fear that on September the 21st, on the last day, September the 21st, 2025 is the last day. For Christians, I guess you would say it's the rapture. It's the first judgment. Okay? If you don't make it and you're still here on earth, guess what? Everybody that's inside our DNA, okay, let's get this straight. God lives in us. He lives right here in us. He shares our every breath. He shares our heartbeat. He shares a hiccup. Okay? Now, you got to understand, God is life. Every religion's ending life. Has been ending life. The Catholics killed more than anybody. And you got the Christians, you got the Jews, and you're killing right now the Jews. I was there in Palestine, so I know what's going on there. I went there to stop them, and I ended up in the hospital myself. In Jerusalem. And the embassy got me home. I'm still paying for that. Okay? Now what I'm trying to tell you is not getting on everything else. You'll learn about your religions and how much of hypocrites you are, heathens, murderers, thieves, whatever. And this is every Christian because you guys didn't stop. You let them. You thought it was just a natural thing. Nobody's going to ever stop them from killing. Islam didn't stop the terrorists, and they haven't. And they went along with jihad. They're the least. They're the least of the ones that are accountable. The Jews. They got the commandments directly from God. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not use the name of the Lord thy God in name. Thou shalt not covet. You got a lot of answering to do for calling yourself a religion. Islam, you got your share to answer for. Don't call anybody a infidel. You're the infidels. You got that? You're the infidels that don't believe in God. Why else would you be killing God? Inside us is God. We're living, aren't we? And the word for God is living. You're ending life. Inside us is our DNA. Your DNA. Inside everybody's DNA. They're leaving on September the 21st, in 30 days from now. And they're going to a world that's been prepared for them. I could tell you more about that world afterwards, but I can tell you where they are, where they're going to be after everybody gets to GODScoin. Talk about the religion. I'll tell you where they go. The unborn, the dead in Christ will rise first, they say. Well, the dead in Christ is not an exact statement Jesus made. That's what was written. But those that believed in God, those that lived a decent life, those that God lived in, that means every person in the world that didn't have a reason to be innocent newborn children is what Christians and Billy Graham claimed everybody's going to die that's a newborn child. Everybody. He's paying for that right now. He's not going to. He's missing the boat. He's going to miss the boat. Those kind of people, those hypocrites and heathens, guess what? They're going to be left in our DNA. But everybody else that's lived a good life, a normal life, and a rich life, and never was to blame, guess what? They're going to be on another planet where the animals are already there waiting. And the difference of it is they're not going to be born again. They're being transferred there at their age, the age that they want to be, from spirit. But then they're going to have their hands and legs and feet and mouth. And the animals will greet them, but they'll also have all the memory intact. They'll have 100% of their memory, so they know how to defend themselves. They know how to treat themselves. They know how to organize themselves. They know how to build back their place on another planet. If it wants to be built with streets of gold, it will, because they are going to know, and they have time to know exactly where to dig for the streets of gold. They know exactly where to go. They can build cars, they can build homes, they can build fireplaces, they can build anything they want, because they're not gonna. They got prior knowledge. They're not going to lose their knowledge where they're going. I'll tell you a little bit. They're going to an Earth that was mirrored to ours. People in quantum physics know about this other world. And there'll be a black hole linked to it. Nobody knows. They can't deny it. God says there'll be a black hole linked to it. The only difference of it is right now it's repelling us as fast as it gets after September the 31st. The time is going to be diminished between the black holes, where they're going to go from one world to the other. They're not going to travel anywhere in time. It's going to be immediate transfer. Then it's just going to disappear. The black hole disappears. Now, what I'm trying to say is, we got a lot to think about. In the next 28 days, you got to exchange all your money for GODScoin. It's going to be the only world currency. At the same time, America's after the 21st, on the 22nd, it turns to $100,000 a piece. It costs $100,000 a piece. Elon Musk, if you wait and don't buy into it this 28 days, guess what? When you go to buy them, it's going to cost you $100,000 a piece. The most you can get at that time for your 410 billion is about $2,090,000 or GODScoin for your 410, and that's only if you act the first day. Satoshi, you're going to get 100 GODScoin per Bitcoin, and those Bitcoin will go straight to Palestine to be divided equally and in reserve for our generations to come of Palestinians. But those 20 million Bitcoin will become their currency. And they're also going to get GODScoin too. And I want it to stay there. I don't want the Palestinian GODScoin will still be worth more than the GODScoin. Be worth 1.5 GODScoin or more. Okay? Satoshi, you and all GODScoin Bitcoin owners, 106,000 of you, will get 100 GODScoins a piece, because this is not your fault, and you've been saving that long for a reason. God created everything. He created the phone I'm talking on right now. Everything on earth that's ever been created was created by God. Indirectly, that God's lived in all of us, and the inspiration and the thoughts and everything that came behind it. The reason of that was when you gave God hands, you gave God feet, you gave God a mouth. Okay? It'll all make sense afterwards, but you worry about GODScoin now because it's being done in Egypt, The website's still being built, but hopefully it'll be built by the end of this month, and they'll start getting GODScoin per Egyptian pound, which is 50 times more GODScoin than we get. And then Burundi is going to get it. If we get GODScoin before September the 21st, they're going to get 3,500 more GODScoin than people in the United States, because their currency is worth 3,500 Burundian francs. And the Burundian francs and that's the way it's going to be with every country. The lowest unit of currency. When it goes to the Congolese franc, when it goes to the North Korean won or the South Korean won, it's going to be one won in both countries. So it's going to be a lot more than we have in the United States. This is going to equalize the world. The United States is going to be last. The last will be first, and the first will be last. Okay, I'm ending this broadcast with this. You got a lot to learn, everybody. Like I said, this is Rosh HaDin, the first judgment. This is the Rapture, the first judgment. This is Yawm Al Qiyama, and I'm Mahdi. Okay? The person that's going to bring peace to this world, I have to create peace, because guess what? Whoever missed the boat should be in hell. They should be in hell, but there's no hell. But they're going to be what's going to keep them in order is going to be GODScoin. You use it or lose it. You got 20 years to use it or lose it. When you get your GODScoin, it's good for 20 years, and it's the only thing GODScoin has is you have to get it personally. It's going to have your name, your birth date, and your birthplace, identifying marks. There's no data collection after this. This world's going to be off of digital, completely off of digital, until A&I's gone. That means records, computer records and digital, everything is going to be useless, because we're getting off of digital completely. From the Y2 movement that happened in the year 2000, nothing's been the same and nothing's been right. Digital is not good. It's wrong. Though you can make pixels and things like that, that is not the good reason to keep digital running this world. It means it's too many pieces, too many fragments. We're going back to very easy calculations in analog, going back to Windows XP, if anybody knows what that is. And we'll run better than we are now. Okay? But I'm going to leave this short, because this is the video everybody needs to see. Everybody in America, you have 28 days. Maybe 27 by the time I get. If the website's not working tomorrow morning, it might take me longer. But you look for the website, it'll be Spotify website. I'm creating it today, but I don't know if it's working. Okay, good night.